Welcome back to Artists on Artists on Artists on Artists. This week on the show, we'll take you to Sin City. That's right, we're on the Las Vegas Strip with these entertainers.
Las Vegas is known for its wide array of entertainment, and there are certain celebrities and legends and very popular performers that move to Las Vegas never to leave, becoming Las Vegas legends.
So whether you're a magician, a singer, or some unholy combination of both, Vegas is the place for you. We're going to talk to them today.
So sit back, relax, and enter Sin City. It's time to listen in. Let's listen in.
Hey, how's everybody doing this morning? How's everybody doing this morning?
Pretty good.
We're very good.
We're very good.
We're very good over here.
We're very good over here. We had a great breakfast. We went over down to the Mirage.
It was great breakfast at the Mirage today. For us, we had such a good breakfast. So
I love the Mirage. The Mirage is an incredible place, the Mirage. The Mirage, I love their bottomless Bloody Marys at the Mirage.
I love when you go to the Mirage and they have a bunch of lobsters and you get to pick an extra lobster while they're not looking.
Yes.
It's crazy that we all have such unique, interesting voices. You know,
We're very,
fun.
That's Las Vegas. Las Vegas it's America's melting pot. It's actually the world's melting pot, and that the whole world moves there. You know, you have Italy, you have New York, you have
Paris.
Yep, medieval times. You have all the places.
The circus.
It's so good that so much stuff comes to the center of everything in Las Vegas. It's so perfect for us.
It's
you know?
perfect for us.
It's
the city of dreams, and it's the city of our dreams coming to life as well.
We found our dreams when they came to life.
It came to life.
Hey.
Wow.
So
okay.
we'll introduce ourselves.
Why don't you go for it?
I'm Stan,
And I'm Voink.
and we are Stan and Voink, and we are a magician duo.
We do a lot of impersonal magician. We do a lot of big magician.
We do impersonal magician.
We have an impersonal approach to magic.
Now, I've seen your show.
So it's you're not relating to anybody.
It's
I've seen your
impersonal.
work.
It's very impersonal.
I've seen your work. I've seen your work. It is so businesslike. You are in and out of that show 45 minutes on the dot. They don't smile. And if you are invited on stage, you are treated like a coworker and not a guest.
We are not friends.
I went to your show and I got a t-shirt because I love supporting each one of the shows and getting some merch. And I got the shirt that says, I can't relate.
Yes.
It's our catchphrase every time we do a trick. Instead of saying "tada," we go,
I can't relate.
I see that you guys do some kind of magician crowd work.
Like when you cut that man in half and he was in two and you both went...
Into
I can't relate. Which was kind of tongue-in-cheek because there are two of us.
Yes, it's very tongue-in-cheek. We have a tongue-in-cheek, impersonal approach to magic.
Yeah.
We've been doing our show now for about 8-9 months.
Oh, don't tell me that. Time flies, huh?
It's flying
I will
fast
say you're
as a
kind of
bird.
babies on the strip to be 9-monthers.
Yeah, but we moved here so old, so people already see us as legends.
We are huge
How
in Europe.
old are you guys? I
Oh,
never
how old are
asked.
we?
Well, I'm 59.
And I am 58.
Whoa, you don't look a day over 42.
Oh, thank you.
42.
That's not very high, though.
I can't relate.
I can't relate. 42?
42?
I can't relate.
Well, you could have related once if you were once 42.
Relating once?
I can't relate.
Uh-oh. We've heard it so many times already.
All right, we're 4 minutes and 20 seconds in, and we've already hit about 8 or 9 I can't relate.
I wish it felt like if I didn't bring up that t-shirt I bought, we would have never heard it. And now we'll be playing with it the whole hour.
Well, enough about us, you know.
What's your name? And by the way, thanks for wearing that sparkly dress, lady.
It's a good
Oh,
dress.
thank you.
Catches the
I
eyes.
didn't wear it for you.
I like
Wow,
it.
thanks for putting that on for us.
Thanks. You're really pulling it off for me.
Oh, yeah. I'm pulling it off for myself. Hello, everybody. It's Charlotte Tinsbury.
Is that a makeup brand?
I don't know.
You're asking the wrong guys.
I can't relate.
Oh no.
Oh no.
It's a loaded gun because anything we say that doesn't involve them, they can interrupt us and say and make it about them.
There's such a possibility.
There
There is such a possibility we don't talk about a single thing. There's such a possibility.
Introduce yourself.
I'm Charlotte Tinsbury, and I am a bird woman. I have been on the strip for 12 years, 12 miraculous years. Been doing a show behind the circus. Behind it,
I hope they let you in one day.
I know, but what's fun? It's called Speakeasy Bird, and it's a speakeasy with birds. And I am on the piano, and I have 5 birds, usually in rotation. It changes, and I sing through the classics with my birds.
Now, where do you keep the birds on the off days?
Oh well, I have my husband is my handler. My bird handler, and he takes all the birds in his house, and I live in a separate house.
Do you like being married to someone you don't live with?
I mean, I'll say I had to live separately because he must live with the birds, and it was just hard for me to separate work and pleasure.
So you sing with the...
Hold on.
So it seems like
What?
Mixing work with pleasure.
I can't relate.
so you hate your jobs.
That one hurt too. I'll say I just couldn't have sex with my husband with my parakeets.
I get that. They
That's
must be
what
so loud.
Because
and-
I was going to say, you said you can't mix work with pleasure, but you moved your work into your pleasure, unless your husband is also work.
I have never had pleasure with the birds.
So it seems
They've
like
always been a work thing.
That's what I'm saying.
He's saying
So
that.
Yes.
the
He's
birds
saying
are
that.
work and your husband is pleasure, right? So you move them into the same house.
and you don't live in that
I
house.
am not there.
You don't live in that house. So you are separating work and pleasure as an entity, as a duo, from yourself.
I separate both work and pleasure
You
in a
never
separate
mix
house, and then
work
I go
and
into my
pleasure
house.
into yourself.
Yes, I go into my house. I will talk about our off days, but when I am not performing on the strip, I am quiet in a beige room.
Okay.
Nothing happens. I go into neutral mode. I go into absolute neutral. So there is no pleasure, there is no work, there is only rest, and that is a quiet room.
So can we talk about your act a little bit? Like, what is it like? So you're singing the songs. Are the birds doing tricks to the songs?
Yes,
or
they
just
sing. I mean, I did go very, very viral. I sang Bruno Mars's Uptown Funk with one of my parakeets, Pompey. And Pompey did I've trained Pompey to do the bass line. Because I can play the piano, right? I'm a pianist. And I can play the piano, and I trained him to go boom, 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 boom. Boom, boom, boom.
What kind of bird is he?
Uptown Funk you. And it's so it's what?
What kind of bird is he?
He's a bird. And he's a bird. So I play the piano, I sing, and then I'll get each of the birds to either take up an instrument line with their vocal cords, their instrument, or a vocal part, and it's really fun. Here's the thing: the best part about Vegas is if you can sell tickets, you're going nowhere. And I mean, it depends on your amphitheater, but I just will never have to leave because I sell tickets. Sure, they're a part of a Groupon and they come for free if you get the full brunch package at Circus, but
That counts, though.
I'd
counts.
say
This was what we learned. It doesn't matter where you got the ticket. It just matters that you
you're
have
there.
the ticket and we got the money.
exactly. If you're a part of like a brunch package, if your show is a part of a brunch packet on the strip, we call it you're tenured.
Yeah.
Because they're never going to be able to fire you.
We got a big group of guests that came in once and they said, yeah, we got this because these tickets were on the seat, every seat at a funeral. And we said, okay, doesn't matter to us.
Is some money there? We get it.
We get it.
Money in the
Amazing.
pocket.
Speaking of tenured, my guy.
Oh yeah.
I feel like you've been my neighbor for what, 25 years?
Yeah, but somewhere around 25 years. I think it's been quite a long time. Well, my name is Freddie Carolina, and I've been on this strip for, who knows, it was somewhere over 25 years, and I have been a ventriloquist on this strip for a very, very long time, with my pal here, Little Freddie Carolina. How's it going, Freddie Carolina? Pretty good, Freddie Carolina.
This is
See,
so funny, and it's so crazy how much it sounds like the puppet is speaking, not you.
For the listener at home, when Freddy talks to little Freddy, and little Freddy talks back while little Freddy is speaking, Freddy's mouth is not open.
It's not moving whatsoever. That was from the puppet.
That's
Thanks
crazy.
for clarifying,
It's
but
fun.
we didn't
It's like-
need it
it's-
because your mouth wasn't moving at
Because
all.
my mouth isn't moving at all.
But I
Oh,
like that
man.
about you. You're an old school ventriloquist where after
Yeah.
everything the puppet says, you said that wasn't my mouth.
and
And I got that T-shirt too.
that wasn't my mouth. Because it's bad sometimes, you're playing in the MGM Grand Amphitheater and it's
Yeah.
at 1,000, 4,000 seats. And so you're so far away from the crowd that they really can't see the intricacies of a ventriloquist. To them, I could be talking full mouth open.
Yeah.
But I'm not talking full mouth open. I'm talking full out of the center of my mouth. That the puppet said that. Now, but the thing is, I've been on this trip for so long. I've seen people come and go. I've seen the buffet prices tick up and up and up. But the one thing that never changes about it is what happens here stays here.
Yeah.
And I'm sure we can all agree.
I never heard that
We-
catchphrase
Oh, yeah.
said it like that, where it's so quickly said,
Yeah, what happens here stays here.
We can all agree. We're shooting this in Vegas, which is good. So maybe we can say things that have happened here, and they can stay here on the mics.
Exactly.
Let's do that.
Should we talk about a lot of the things people wouldn't know?
Honestly, that sounds like an interview I would sit for.
Okay.
Yeah, you are.
Thank
Andy.
you.
Now, no, but that is good because I'll tell
The
you
secrets.
this that they don't talk about. Sin City's full of a lot of sins,
Yeah.
and a lot of those
Yeah.
sins are the sins of men who keep their mouth shut.
Yeah,
What?
you're telling me the puppet said that.
Yeah.
And so no, but that's an interesting
We got a
thing
lot
you
of
say.
catchphrases on this one. It's fine. It's fine.
You'll find mine at some point.
We're
We're
going to.
gonna find it and we're gonna milk it. That's what one thing we do on this strip.
It's the milk.
Is the
Yeah.
The
milk.
milk of the lines and the milk of the funny, because you
Yeah.
have to do so many shows all the time. For me, we have to constantly be doing these new shows, but they're the same, so you have to milk,
Exactly.
There's only so many things you can make disappear, so many things you can pull out of someone's ear, so many cards you can pull out of someone's pocket, so many wives you can turn into children.
I know, and
I love that signature trick you guys
So
do.
we love our
When you make
signature-
a wife young again.
Yes, we can turn
We
our
say,
wife young.
I know what you want more than anything is your youth back.
and honestly,
And then as soon as she starts to enjoy it, you pull the rug out from under her and put her right back.
and I remember I think the first time I ever saw you guys was on the X Factor when you did that.
Oh, yes, we did that to Kelly Rowland.
Yeah. We said,
judge.
Kelly Rowland, remember how young you were.
Yes. Oh, you're not young anymore? I can't relate. And then we turned to 14 again. She said, not like this, so we turned them back.
We turned them back. It was so good. Simon
Yeah.
Cowell gave us big thumb X.
Yeah.
tell you,
yeah.
we
Big
see-
thumb X.
Big thumb X. We see a lot of shit because you have a parakeet sing Benny and the Jets only so many nights in a row.
Yeah.
And suddenly, there's a drinking culture in Sin City, right?
It is-
There's a gambling culture. I have
Absolutely.
seen. Have you ever had an audience member come in after a big loss in gambling?
Oh, a lot. I just also
yeah.
to comment on the drinking culture. There's a 2-drink minimum at doctor's appointments in Vegas.
Yeah.
People don't know that.
It's really
It's crazy.
And before you're allowed to mail something at the post office, you gotta play a slot. And
Yeah.
then
Absolutely.
I tried to park my car at the Bellagio, and he said on the rocks.
Yeah.
And I said, "Don't park my car on rocks."
I always park my car neat. Maybe I'm old-fashioned. I don't like parking it on the ground.
I like to park my car with a splash in the fountain at the
Oh,
Bellagio.
see now, all of these bad for the model.
Yeah, bad for the car for sure.
Bad for the
Bad
car.
for the car. But little known secrets about the Vegas. That's what we were talking
So-
about before. Little known secrets about the Vegas. At night, you could go into the Fountain Hotel, the hotel with the fountain. I believe it's the Bellagio.
The Bellagio.
You could go into the
We have a
Fountain
secret
Hotel.
code for the hotels.
Fountain Hotel.
It's kind of
The
like
Flamingo Hotel.
yeah, it's kind of like a diner. Like the back of a diner has like different names. If you work in Vegas, you have different names for all the
and
hotels.
they're so secret, any layman would never guess them.
I started calling one table table 2, table 4.
Table
too.
two. There's front of house in Vegas, that's on the strip, and then there's back of house, which is the suburbs. So the Fountain Hotel, the fountain in the Fountain Hotel, if you dive in after 2 a.m., it's quiet hours and there's coins in there you can go get.
Oh,
and you
yeah.
can fish around for them.
100%.
And nobody's gonna catch you.
It's the fake Trevi Fountain.
It's a fake Trevi Fountain, and that's what they call it.
Oh, yeah.
I got a question for you, Freddie Carolina, and it's more of a compliment.
Do you want a question for me or little Freddie Carolina?
Okay. Was that your puppet or?
No, the puppet didn't say that. I said that.
He just moved.
Okay, because
The puppet was just moving around.
For a magician, your eyes are slow.
For the podcast
Oh,
listeners,
he's not the eyes. He's the mouth.
he's the mouth. Okay, so I
Yeah.
know that little Freddie Carolina isn't your only puppet. You kind of have a cast, a motley crew of very, 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 very funny puppets.
Very funny puppet.
Very funny puppets.
There are lots of puppets, and they represent the 7 sins of Las Vegas.
Oh wow!
So you got all the. So Freddie Carolina, he represents greed. Freddie Carolina, the younger with the mini me. Hi, I'm Freddie Carolina. The puppet said that. He represents greed. He's a greedy boy. And then we also have, we have Muddy Bumpkins. He represents gluttony. Then we have
What's Buddy Bumpkin's voice?
Muddy Bumpkins sounds like this. Hey, I'm Muddy Bumpkins. And anybody got any money around here?
Oh, I like him.
The puppet said that.
Oh.
Now I got 5 more of these, but it's going to take me a while to remember. No, well, I'll go run through them. So we got lust, we got wrath, we got sloth, we got coveting. And then, of course, we got going too fast on the strip.
So this was great. The 7 sins are a mixture of real sins,
Real
the
sins.
10 commandments, and of course, just kind of problems we have with cars.
It sounds like you had multiple writers in and out of the job.
That sounds like a V4 or a V5 with a punch-up.
Yeah, I had a
Maybe
writer's
streamline
room.
it, maybe.
I had a writer's room back in 1993.
Raise your hand if you've had a writer's room.
Oh,
For the
yeah.
audio listener, every hand is up.
Oh yeah.
And is your writer's room people?
or
Yes,
birds.
yes, and it's just I just put a Craigslist ad and said I need bird puns. Quick.
Quick.
Where was the writer's room? And do you think they had a good time in there?
If they had a good time, it's none of my
Like,
business.
just for example, like if they had a story to tell from that writer's room, like you won't believe this job. What happened in it, maybe?
Well, I'm actually making a documentary.
Oh, you are
Ah,
to
yeah.
control the narrative.
No, well, I'm making a documentary
You're
about my
doing
show.
a J-Lo.
Oh, yes, I'm doing a JLo. I have a documentary about my show, and I have clips of that writer's.
Oh my gosh!
my
Listen,
God.
maybe we can play one
Yeah.
of the clips.
So we have this macaw.
So yeah, we have this macaw.
We have a macaw.
Macaw makes me think
Call
of.
me baby.
What about Matthew McConaughey?
McConaughey.
Is there a song that Matthew McConaughey can?
What about McCall me baby?
I'm all right.
Is anybody
Call
listening?
me down.
McCall me baby.
McCall me down.
No, it doesn't work.
Doesn't
It doesn't
work.
work. It doesn't work.
McCall me, beat me if you want to reach me.
Yes.
Oh, Kim Possible?
Yeah. Okay.
I don't
Yeah,
know if this
there was
audience
a-
is going to get that. These people are in an amphitheater outside of Circus.
Okay, so what about a parakeet? What about a parakeet?
Parakeet,
What about a
parakeet.
parakeet?
Parakeet your hands off me.
Parakeet.
Yeah, that's something.
Parateets.
Parateets. Do you guys just want to call it there?
Yeah, we could do 2.
Wow, that was a riveting clip. I cannot wait for the rest of the documentary to come out.
It actually
Can't
doesn't
wait.
sound that bad.
I was expecting a lot worse.
I was nervous about the conditions.
Yeah, John Mulaney asked for the rights to the doc.
Oh well, you never know if he's
what
gonna.
is he gonna do
He
with that?
he might end up roasting you.
He's
You
gonna
never
do
know.
something funny with it. You gotta watch out for John Mulaney.
Press is press.
How do you guys feel about the big headliners that just come in for a couple months? They
I
do
called
their
them the day players. That's him laughing. For the record, that's a laugh. We spend so much time with each other, we can't physically laugh at each other anymore. So we let each other know that we'd be laughing if we could.
We try to assimilate the laugh as much as we can.
This is like sort of a placeholder for if someone
Yeah.
was editing this and put a laugh in there.
Of course. That's being.
Do you want to put a laugh in there for the camera so they can fix it?
What do you mean?
Like, is there like an alt laugh you have for
Well,
when
we
you
have
do
we
this?
have a team
Or
that
do you
does our
care?
laughs for us on stage.
Oh, you
Off
got
mic.
laugh Foley.
Off mic. When we open
hear
our
laugh.
mouths, they do the laugh.
No,
Yeah,
wait, how
laugh
much are you
Foley.
paying them?
Oh, like a puppet. The puppet said that.
I guess
I don't think the puppet did. The puppet.
puppet
Well,
did
here's
not.
That
The
felt
puppet
sloppy.
said.
That
The
felt
puppet
sloppy.
said. The puppet said that.
That's what was
And when
crazy.
you do that, you ruin the whole structure of the bit because now
And now
I
I'm
want to know
confused.
who are you lying?
So a puppet can't talk in third person anymore?
That wasn't my issue.
Which
If the
puppet was
puppet
that?
didn't say that, why is he saying he said that?
So that puppet was the sloth one. Little slippery Joseph.
Little slippery.
Speaking of lying,
Anyway,
I
go
want to
ahead.
know.
Yeah.
We're saying what happens on this pod stays on this pod.
Oh yeah.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
Our semi-air tricks, lies.
Whoa. No. What do you mean by a lie? Because magic is everywhere in the world.
So I think what we're asking is, are you really magic, or some of these sort of tricks that you had to learn like it's a real skill? Like a
Because
showman.
I have real birds. You have a puppet with your hand
Yeah.
in it. What is happening over here?
What are the secrets?
Well, it's a show, of course. You know, it's a show.
It's a show.
So of course there is some razzle dazzle. There's some spectacle. You know, we subscribe to Aristotle's view of the theatrics. You know, the spectacle. And
The grand design.
but there is an element
Of a show.
magic. The grand design is all the grand design.
It's all the grand design of
But-
the show.
But there is an element of magic. We come from a family of people who stole from royalty, and they stole a big crystal ball.
So is it magic or is it
This is
curse?
part of your lore?
What a lore drop.
Oh, you've never seen our show. This is the first 15 minutes
Yeah.
of the show is video.
400 years ago, our great-great-great-grandparents stole a crystal ball from the Romanov family.
Hey, we're going to steal the ball now. But no, Papa. What will happen?
And what will happen to our ancestors?
I don't care. I want the power.
Rah, 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 ah,
Ladies and gentlemen, Stone and Boy.
So that was a little excerpt of our beginning. Let it be known, there's still 14 minutes of video.
We come out a minute in, and then we watch the rest of the 14 with them.
You like to be a part of the experience.
It's so good to
We
get in
wave,
there.
and then we go, look back up at the screen.
As an audience, Evia's not intuitive because I don't know when to clap. Do I clap?
And that's the magic. That's part of the magic.
It's putting people on the edge of it. Can I
Here
ask?
can-
Would you do a trick on me?
You want to do a trick on me?
Okay, does it work when you're not in the? You have a mic and it's going in your ear and not your mouth.
It's like
Hey,
a bird.
Put it in your mouth.
Please enjoy yourself into the mic.
Put your mic in the mouth.
Please enjoy yourself into the mic.
I just love that you come out and watch your video.
love it. It's a good video.
He's a good video. He's
so
really
You gotta
good.
pay attention to these.
We got David Copperfield's guys to do our video.
Oh, he's so good at the video. It's wild.
He's so good at what he does, and his video guys are so good, and he does not pay them enough.
No.
And that's how we got it in.
We say, what is he paying you? We'll pay you more.
Pay more. And
So
they,
you poach him.
Yeah, we poached.
You
We
poach
poach like an egg.
We're proud to poach. Oh, you're laughing?
I was laughing.
He was laughing at himself.
I was laughing at my own joke.
Which was crazy because he was laughing at himself to laugh at me to laugh at him, but he showed me what laughter was.
So kid,
That I truly can't relate.
Okay.
what does it sound like when you cry?
crying. I
Can't relate. There we go. He got it faster than I
Speaking
did.
of poached, favorite brunch on the strip.
We moved on to crying, but it's okay. We'll go back to poached.
Yeah, well, we got
No.
a couple. We got a couple dead bodies on this one because you asked for a trick. We were talking about the opening, and then we got brunch.
Nothing screams Vegas more than a couple dead bodies on the strip.
Exactly. A couple of questions lying dead in the water at the Fountain Hotel.
And each one of those are very interesting. I'm sure the viewer would love to listen to. But you know what? Let's
Sort
jump
of
to best
interesting,
brunch
though.
on the strip.
Well, that's a callback to the beginning when we were talking about brunch. When you go to the Flamingo Hotel, they leave out some lobsters, and sometimes they don't clean up other lobsters before the dinner goes around.
That's right.
Are you all right?
Are you eating old lobster?
Are you eating old?
They have
Vegas
so
lobster?
much.
Well, yeah, my stomach is learned an immunity to any sort of a disease that come out from when the lobster's out for a long time.
Oh,
Now,
yeah.
is that because of what you eat or because of what you do? Because of your stomach or because of your puppet mastery?
So you want to know my secret, huh?
I
So
do.
you want to know how I built a belly full of steel? I know a woman who lives in the... Why do you look at me like that?
Because I didn't know this was your secret. also, you just said, "Do you want to know how I built a belly full of steel?" And then ask, "Why am I looking at you like that?" That's why I'm looking at you
I
like
didn't
that.
know this is such a well guarded secret. Nobody
Yeah.
even knows you have a belly full of steel. But you were saying there's a woman.
So you want to know my secret, huh? Well, I've got a woman. She lives in the back of house of Vegas in the suburbs. I go to her and she feeds me casserole, but she feeds me a little bit of bacteria in each one. So slowly
purpose?
but surely, yes.
Is this
Like a little truffle sauce.
Exactly, to build up. It's like a probiotic or a yogurt. So you build up your immunity over time, and then eventually you can eat lobster no matter how long it's been sitting.
Congratulations.
And then there's enough for the puppet. The puppet said that.
It didn't say that. The puppet didn't say that. The puppet did not say the last line. The puppet said that.
Why can't a puppet talk in third person anymore?
That isn't the issue. It said the puppet. It
He's
said
not-
30 minutes into this,
already
you
done
switched the bit.
We've already done this.
It's not the problem. Is just the breaking of the logic in my brain. Like
already
this is
done
like a
this.
paradox of puppetry.
Look, if you want logic, you gotta move to friggin' Ann Arbor, Michigan. That's what I always say.
Oh, the
And you know what?
anti-Vegas,
The
Ann Arbor,
anti-Vegas.
Michigan.
I heard about their strip they're building, air quotes on that.
Yeah.
And that's hilarious.
They got a house in there where you get to follow the rules.
Great. They got a mellow mushroom pizza. Congratulations.
They have an opposite of a buffet, which means you have to walk to get the food.
You know their classic
On the plate.
slogan, what happens here you can tell your friends about.
Wait, hold on. I want to go back. I love that. I love the phrase.
I love
No,
that. I love.
I have to go back to opposite buffet. So
Let it be a dead body on the ground.
No.
we're resuscitating
What
opposite
is
buffet.
opposite buffet?
Okay, let's talk about opposite buffet.
Maybe we can group on this.
Okay.
Because I couldn't figure it out.
Well, okay. To me, Opposite buffet sounds like something where you have to order a la carte, or I know what an opposite buffet is. Stay with me. I think it is when you do a potluck with your friends. You gotta bring it to the buffet.
No, you know what
That's
it is?
interesting.
This is what they're doing in Ann Arbor. You potluck a plate for someone else already with all of the dishes.
I was going to guess that kind of, but just like you take one meal, you hold like a roast beef in your hands and you put a bunch of plates on it.
Now that's an opposite buffet.
Now I feel like we figured it out. A dead body is walking again. Have fun gambling.
Ann Arbor, good fucking luck, but no one will replace the original Sin City. I mean, come on. Everything about us and where we work is more legendary than I think any city.
It's magic, it's magician, it's impersonal, it's amazing.
Where can you go with this many Elvises?
Oh, let's talk about our favorite Elvises.
Oh my
Oh,
gosh.
there's so many.
They all have their own
Oh my
personality,
gosh.
and they're all alphabetized and serial numbered, right? So
Yeah. Yeah.
You get E01, E02,
I love
E03.
EO3.
EO3 is a riot. He does the
Yeah.
hips in such a funny way.
I love the system they developed to keep track of them, because what had been happening was that there were too many of them just named Larry. Too
Yeah.
many Larrys want to become Elvis impersonators, and so we had to find out a system.
The Elvis Larry turf wars were a disaster. For 2010, it was a lot of actual blood, a lot of actual fighting.
Well, because you didn't even know how to figure out who you were rooting for. They're all named Larry. They're all dressed like Elvis.
It's sort of like brother against brother, like the Civil War, except there wasn't any uniforms to distinguish them, so they line up Sharks and Jets style, and then they keep going, oh, sorry, I'm actually the other one. Oh,
Right.
sorry,
It's
I'm
so
actually on the other
confusing.
side.
It was so
Oh,
confusing.
whoops.
You haven't lived till you saw an Elvis on a fake horse going, the Elvises are coming. The Elvises are coming.
Yes, you haven't lived until one Elvis says blue suede shoes. No, these are metal shoes with a knife added into it.
Best strip club for a steak.
Okay.
Probably Jugs.
Jugs?
Jokes. Oh
I love
my
Jokes.
gosh, they make
Downtown.
the medium rare steak so good.
Best steakhouse for a lap dance.
Oh, Ruth Chris.
That's Chris.
Ruth's Chris, so good. Hey, can I
Little
ask you
known
guys a
secret.
question about performance? So there's always a moment where you have a killer show, but there's also a moment when the audience needs they're not into it. What are your tricks to pull them in? You know, do you guys have kind of pocket tricks in your pocket to save a show if it's going like somewhere wrong?
Good question. That's a really good question.
Yeah.
I taught a hawk how to play the flute, but it takes the hawk months to recover.
So you got, it's like so you gotta be really wise about it. You
got to really know when you're going to
really
use
gotta
You're breaking the emergency glass for this,
You
huh?
gotta know when there's a reviewer from Time Out in town or something that you gotta use it.
Because you wouldn't think PETA visits Vegas. They do. And
I wonder who doesn't think that.
Who
they
thinks
just
Peter-
feel like a group of virgins who drink orange juice instead of mimosas. To
But
me.
they hear tigers in cages, dancing horses, monkey smoking cigarette, things that are happening every day there.
Strippers wearing cat ears. Disrespectful.
Yeah, real cat ears.
the real cat ears.
But I'll say
Is
So yours
I
is
have to be
fucking with the
careful.
flute.
Yeah, and it'll be really when like maybe my voice is going, or maybe when the audience is just super, they're just not into it, and
They're
I can
saying
tell.
like, what is with these birds?
Yeah, or like sometimes I have a fearful audience where every time a bird comes in, they like duck, and then that's hard. That's hard to push through because it's only gonna get worse. So I send in the hawk. And just the sheer shock of watching a hawk play a finger-oriented instrument.
Right. Because it's using
wind. Figure and wind.
is it using its claws or talons or wings?
or the feather's just strong enough to hit the thing.
Are you ready? Yes to all of it.
Oh, good.
Not a surprise. It's pretty all hands on deck situation,
It
huh?
really is.
I would feel like it has to be all heads on A.
Yeah, the poor hawk has to recover for at least 4 months, so I save it. What about you?
Well, I have a lot of people wander into my show because they remember me from the television when I was on Carson. And so a lot of people are a little older. And so we just, to eliminate any sort of mix up, we blare an alarm every 7 minutes that says, wake up. Wake up, wake up, wake up. And it's helpful for me, too, because sometimes I fall asleep up there.
It's helpful for you.
Yeah. Helps
That's
me go,
good.
oh, yeah, I'm doing this again. When you do 15,000 shows, it
Oh,
starts
yeah.
to remember, you start to forget when you're on the strip or when you're off.
You at 15,000 now?
I'm at 15,000 shows, and I tell you what, I could do, I doesn't feel a day over 14,999.
No, that's incredible. What about you guys when you have a bad show?
Oh, when we have a bad show.
Well, we do having a bad show.
I can't relate.
Okay,
No.
yeah,
What
yeah,
happens
yeah,
when
yeah.
one of you gets sick?
Oh. Well, we
well.
have to push through, so.
Mostly mirrors. We
yeah.
use a mirror because we're so similar in look. So we'll just put out a mirror so it looks like we're just synchronized. And we have a voice recording track. And so we put a mirror out, and the mirror has a drawing of a mustache. Like if it's him, it's a drawing of a mustache because he has a mustache and I don't. If it's me, it's
It's an erasing of a mustache.
and we're magicians.
What does the absence of a
So
a
what we do on
mustache
the mirror
look
is we
like?
scratch. This is a magician's. We scratch that part of the mirror so it looks like no reflection there.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, so
That's the only magician secret we are
The
going to
only
reveal.
one will tell you. But yes, it's a lot of
Yeah.
mirrors. And if we're losing the audience, if they're turning against us, I mean, we have one of the best moves in the world. We turn out our special trick.
Yeah, so we kill our current personas on stage.
We kill them.
We do a bloody death, and then we come back and say those guys were our opener. we are the real ones.
So that's how
Yeah,
it
but
works.
then you play the video again.
So we go through the big video again and just desperately try to get them back on our
Just
board.
really, I love an opener who has the same act you do.
Yeah,
That's
That's
refreshing.
awesome.
But
That's refreshing.
genuinely, magic is so easy because you start over and over. It's like, well, that one didn't work. Let's move on to the next one. And we have some amazing things that we do.
We do so many tricks. We have a snake in a hat trick, which is insane. Like
Does she sing?
she does not sing. No.
And why bring her on?
Well, we didn't want to step on your toesies.
Yeah, you're very litigious. You
Yes.
sued the country bears in Disneyland.
Yeah, because they stole my bit.
So it's bears and not birds, but I guess they're animals.
I guess it's just I get intimidated easily because let me tell you, I'm a dog shit pianist and I'm a dog shit singer. So without my birds, I have nothing. Continue.
Well, we have a trick called snake in a hat. We put the hat on the audience member and we say, "Oh, you look good. Wow, you look so good.
Oh, you got to go out to Tao nightclub tonight.
Oh, you gotta go out to town nightclub because you're gonna be on the strip and you look hot."
Yeah.
And then I go, "Wait a second, something's wriggling around there. What could that be? What could it be? Hey, what could that be?"
It's a snake. It's a big snake.
Did you guys do that to the McCain?
We did that to John McCain. He had a heart attack.
He didn't like
Oh
it.
yeah,
likes
you
But
guys-
he people didn't know this. He could control them, and he could choose with. He was a spite heart attack.
he was doing it on purpose a little bit.
That sounds like
He
a
couldn't
Vegas
control
show.
the snake. He could control heart attack.
Yeah, he said, you know what? I'm gonna give you a heart attack.
Okay,
like, hey,
drama queen.
Don't, man.
Press is
Drama
press.
queen.
But yeah, so the head opens up. It's like a big bowler's hat. And you go, whoa, how can that giant boa constrictor all fit in the hat? And that's a part of the trick because it kind of looks like a giant boa constrictor is coming out of your head.
Yeah,
That's a good. It's
pretty
a
good.
good
It's a
trick.
big hat too.
Well, listen, we all have shows tonight, right?
Oh,
I mean,
we do.
That's the
Yeah.
thing is different than Broadway. We don't sleep, right? We have a show at our contracts are really firm, that's strong as your stomach.
Exactly.
So I know we have to prepare. What do you guys do? Like what tonight? We're about to go do our shows. What are you going to do to prepare?
Oh, we do a lot of vocal warm-ups.
Yes.
I can relate. I can't relate.
I can't
can't relate. I can't relate. I can't relate. I can't relate.
I can't relate.
I
Can't
relate. I can't
relate.
I
relate. Oh,
can't.
let's
Oh,
start
you,
over.
I won that one. I won that one.
What do you and the puppet do to
Well,
warm up?
I like to, my act is an ensemble piece. There are no small puppets, only the puppet who has the guy who has the puppet.
Say that one more time.
You fell over.
Thank you for propping me up. There are no small puppets, only the guy who has the puppet. So it's an ensemble piece. And so I like to warm up, and as any good director of an ensemble does, make everybody feel warm and fuzzy before the show. So we go down to the bar. I could put in a bunch of dirty martinis for all the guys meaning the puppets. There's something in my real eye. And then
Wait, did the puppet say that?
Does the puppet have real eyes? The puppet said that and he said he has a real eye.
Or
Yeah.
do you have a fake eye somewhere?
it doesn't come from the puppet until I say the puppet said that.
Okay.
And the puppet said that. So we're all in a circle and we sort of talk shop about the day before. Any broads we fell in love with on the way over. Any mummies who gonna be in the audience tonight. And so I make sure everybody feels good, make sure everybody drinks their dirty martini, and I give everybody, and I say, I got you back, I got you back, I got you back, I got you back. And then I make the puppet do it.
Good.
The puppets also got your back to each other.
They go, wait, it takes forever.
It's funny because you have their literal back in your
I
arm.
do. For me, it's a sadistic thing. I got you back and you never escape. But for them, it's a support.
Okay. In-group, out-group.
Do you use both hands for that, or you have to go, I got your back, take your hand out, put it in another, like, thank you, I got your back, I got your back.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
what's the
gotta take it.
mechanics?
I gotta take it out. Sometimes it gets really confusing because I take it out, but then to give a pat on the back, but then it loses its shape, so I gotta put my hand back in.
Oh, yeah.
And then I gotta take it out again to give the pat on the back, but oh no, it lost its shape again. It is really difficult to be a man in America.
That's one of your puppet jokes. You got man in America who's complaining puppet. I love that one.
Yeah, that's the 8th deadly sin.
Being a man in America.
Uh-oh. Is it time for my show? Caw!
Oh, you're preparing. She's preparing.
Oh my god, all
preparing.
these parts of coming in the studio.
Oh,
Oh, they're here to pick me up. They're here to pick me up for the show.
Oh, they drive you there.
Oh!
Whoa.
Luck be a lady tonight.
Oh my god, Frank Sinatra's just joined us.
Luck be a lady. Hey, baby, nice pair of tikis.
Parakeetis.
I'm going to my show.
Okay.
Oh my god, all those birds got in a car and started driving.
Oh my god, they went away. Well, I'm sure we all can agree Vegas is no picnic. Vegas is everything you do and it becomes everything you are. Sometimes you lose track of who you are, but really it's the other people on the strip that make it all worth it and make those dark days just a little bit brighter. And especially when the puppets are talking, that's what makes it better. I'm not gonna give it to you. I'm not gonna give it to us.
I can't relate.
The puppet said that.
This has been Artists on Artists on Artists on Artists answering the question. Now that's why we call it show business. Good night.
Hey guys, if you want to see more of whatever this was, but you kind of want to see it more chill, more relaxed, and maybe more intimate, we have a Patreon.
We have a Patreon where there's bonus episodes and more fun and games, and you never know what's gonna happen. Like right now, switch hats.
Oh my god, now you're seeing me exposed, the real Angela.
And now I have a hat on. What's going on? You can do this at the Patreon, so come on by.
It's really fun. We have a fun group of people. We're like besties on a group thread. See you there.
Artist on Artist on Artist on Artist is an improvised Hollywood roundtable podcast created, performed, and produced by Kylie Brakeman, Jeremy Culhane, Angela Giarratana, and Patrick McDonald. Music is by Gabriel Ponton. The opinions expressed on this podcast do not reflect the opinions of anyone who works on it, not even the performers, because this is an improvised podcast and we're stupid. Full video versions of AOA are available on YouTube, so please like and subscribe and leave us a 5-star review wherever you get your podcasts. Good night, Hollywood!